Now on CoastTV News.
An increase in ambulance calls, what that means for people in Rehoboth Beach.
Dozens of donations stacked up, ready to head down south.
And with the clouds we had, not much rain to show for it, but we'll continue to see a few showers and drizzle in the skies throughout the day. And we'll talk about the details of the sunshine making a comeback in my full forecast.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
A new emergency service fee that would come out of Rehoboth Beach taxpayers' pockets. Good evening. I'm Christina D. Robertus in for Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with the cost of that ride to the hospital.
Well, having to call an ambulance is something no one wants to think about, but when emergency services are needed, there's a charge for that. And as CoastTV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us, the cost could soon increase in Rehoboth Beach.
As thousands of people enjoy Rehoboth Beach each summer, the Rehoboth Beach Volunteer Fire Company says ambulance calls double, but the funds supporting these services have dropped. The company is asking each taxpayer within city limits to chip in. Rudolph Gonzalez works on the boardwalk. Here's what he thinks about it.
Honestly, frustration because prices are already up. People are already paying higher taxes, higher rent, and this is just another fee. Actually, this summer wasn't as great as other summers as far as business, so a lot of the businesses are down. I don't know how they feel about having to whip out an extra fee.
The company says it currently has 5 ambulances, but only enough staff to operate 2, sometimes 3 at a time. It says a service fee would help pay a third crew's salary. The demand for EMS calls this summer was so high that 86 times the Rehoboth Beach Fire Company had to ask for help from outside towns and cities. Volunteer firefighter Mike Simpler says in August alone, they had 628 fire calls.
Oh my God, the calls this summer have exploded here at the resort area. As people know, with the traffic on Route 1, we have the same issue because they come in town. People are falling, you know, all the normal injuries, surf injuries, automobile accidents.
As this EMS truck returns, firefighters here worry they won't have enough trucks and people to send back out without the new service fee. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Heading overseas now, the White House and lawmakers are reacting to an attack on one of our closest allies, Israel. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how Israeli officials say Iran fired dozens of missiles into their country, marking a major escalation in the conflict overseas.
Warning sirens blaring as a barrage of Iranian ballistic missiles lit up the skies over Israel. This just hours after the White House raised alarms of an imminent attack. President Biden and Vice President Harris meeting with the administration's national security team and monitoring the developments from the Situation Room.
This is a significant escalation by Iran.
The strike follows Israel's ground invasion into Lebanon and an Israeli airstrike over the weekend that killed the leader of the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah. U.S. officials anticipated a response, warning it could involve more firepower than Iran's retaliatory attack in April.
Israel's in trouble. They do have a powerful military. They see themselves as fighting for their literal existence.
President Biden is directing the U.S. military to provide aid and help shoot down missiles targeting Israel.
We are proud of the actions that we've taken alongside Israel to protect and defend Israel. We have made clear that there will be consequences, severe consequences.
The escalating tensions raising concerns that the U.S. could be drawn into a wider conflict in the Middle East.
The United States has the most influence in the region, but still it's limited to stop something like this.
The U.S. response to foreign and domestic issues will be front and center in tonight's vice presidential debate. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and U.S. Senator J.D. Vance meet for the first time in what is likely the last big event before Election Day. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
And make sure to tune in to the vice presidential debate. Special coverage kicks off tonight at 8 p.m. here on Coast TV News. And then tune in to Coast TV News at 11 for debate highlights. Let's take a live look into Ocean City right now as we get ready to check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams. And Paul, I know you had been targeting today as one to watch.
And I'm going to call this a whew day. Whew. Did I do that sound effect right? Whew. I think so. Okay, this is a whew. Well, we're avoiding it so far. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work out that way for the rest of the day, but at least we're doing all right. So, whew. All right, so our Tyndall's casual furniture camera in Ocean City. We're at 69 degrees right now, and we'll drop to 66 with partly cloudy skies. I say whew because we're avoiding a lot of the rain. It kind of stayed away from us, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. You see, the heavier showers stayed to our south, and we knew there would be a smidgen of a chance of that from some early model runs. So that's what's happening right now in our favor of avoiding some things that could exacerbate the problems we already have with coastal flood potential. And we have the potential of coastal flooding throughout the Delmarva Peninsula, along with some very gusty winds. We're going to take a look at that and just how we fared for the month of September. But until then, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. The situation is growing more dire by the hour across mountain communities in western North Carolina tonight. NBC's Jay Gray shows us how 4 days after the area was battered by remnants of Hurricane Helene, the death toll still rising and towns remain cut off from desperately needed supplies.
The mountains of North Carolina littered with splintered wood and twisted metal, remnants of homes and lives ripped apart by Helene, a storm unlike any the region has ever seen.
I mean, we are facing apocalyptic disaster. The last time that Western North Carolina experienced a flood like this was in the book of Genesis and Noah. There is nothing in between. This is the big one.
Entire communities washed away.
I mean, there's no roads. There's no evidence of roads. There's no trees. It's just water and stone. There's nothing left.
More than 130 dead across 6 states, with expectations that number will grow. More than a third of the victims from the Carolinas, where 600 or more are still missing.
Day 3 of him potentially not having insulin. I'm scared.
Kristen Stark hasn't talked to her dad since before the storm. Like so many, frantic to find loved ones. She's called dozens of times, but so far, no answer.
It goes straight to his voicemail, and in some way hearing his voice is a little comforting.
There is little, if any, comfort in the hardest hit areas here. Survivors with no power, no cell service. Clean water, food, and fuel scarce.
There's actual whole communities that are completely cut off from the grid.
Operation Airdrop, flying in supplies where they can. In other battered communities, essentials carried in by donkeys. Life-saving measures in areas desperate for help. They'll need for a long time here. Jay Gray, NBC News, Boone, North Carolina.
Well, Delawareans up and down the state are looking to help fellow Americans in need in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Local businesses and churches are hosting hurricane relief donation drives. Sherry Long is a veteran and is accepting donations at Old Paths Church in Georgetown. Long says as a veteran, this service is special to her.
This is not about a party. This is not about a partisanship. This is about caring about your fellow man. Someone needs. And we need to help one another. That's what we're supposed to do.
The first round of donations will be accepted at Old Paths Church up until Friday, and you can drop off your items between 9 a.m. and noon.
For the past few years, the city of Rehoboth Beach has been talking about repaving Rehoboth Avenue, which is the main strip of road down in the downtown area. Although some work has started, a big part of it's not going to move forward until next year. The city announced on Monday that the paving portion of the Rehoboth Avenue project has been delayed at least until the spring or even next fall due to DelDOT budget cuts. While the milling and paving of Rehoboth Avenue have been delayed, work is already underway on curbing and concrete. The city says that no work will take place after 6 a.m. Thursday, October 23rd. That's in preparation for Sea Witch weekend. This brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, how should DelDOT adjust to budget cuts? Let's take a look at the results.
Well, so far, looks like we have some split answers here. 40% saying seek more funding, 35% saying delay some projects, some saying scale down, and I'm actually surprised to see 8% saying increased taxes.
Now, if you want to get involved in this, and this is the first time we've run it, these numbers may change. Go to CoastTV.com or use the CoastTV mobile app.
Well, you may remember a water main break in Lewis breaking at the end of August, causing a boiling water advisory to go into effect for 24 hours. Well, now the Lewis Board of Public Works announced a new water main will be installed. On your screen now is the Lewis and Rehoboth Canal. This is where the main will go. This will be the first new main since the 50s, according to Lewis BPW. People Coast TV spoke with say the main breaking was only a matter of time.
Water mains require maintenance. I think they're always going to reach an end of their life point. And once you know what that is, you just have to be careful, and the city's got to maintain it and keep an eye on it so it doesn't happen again.
Lewis BPW says with no delays, the line should be in by February. Still to come tonight, your heating bill could see a hike in the coming months. We'll break down the costs to expect this winter.
And continue to see cloudy skies over Del Mar as the shower threat throughout the night persists going into tomorrow. I have the latest forecast coming up in minutes.
First, how one organization is turning a tragedy into a good cause. We'll have that story after the break.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Hey, welcome to Poppy's Tacos. There's plenty of space for you and all of your friends. The menu is packed with real deal Mexican eats. Build your own tacos are always a fan favorite. Authentic short rib is my choice. The fajitas are steaming and the smothered burritos are killer. We're open 363 days a year, so come pull up a chair. Poppy's, there's always a fiesta on 15th Street.
I would never take a tax credit that I wasn't entitled to.
Angela Alsobrooks took tax deductions she did not qualify for.
Alsobrooks improperly took advantage of tax breaks she did not qualify for.
Alsobrooks claimed a homestead tax break for a townhouse she rented.
Alsobrooks is accused of improperly claiming senior citizens tax breaks.
She used multiple methods, which she was not qualified for, to save thousands of dollars.
No, I don't believe I'm above the law.
Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
It was a mural meant to celebrate African American history in West Rehoboth Beach, originally completed by the Developing Artists Collaboration back in 2022.
But in June of this year, a car crashed into that artwork and destroyed a part of the mural.
Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay has details for us in the newsroom.
The artwork that brought so much joy to DAC is finally getting restored, and DAC is getting a little financial help from Sussex County to do just that. Take a look at this mural in West Rehoboth Beach. As you can tell from this footage, it's not finished. It's currently being restored by the Developing Artists Collaboration. Local George Pascoe loves to see that history showcased through art.
Absolutely. Good for the young people. Encourage them to do positive things.
The mural was originally commissioned in 2022 to help preserve the African American history of the community, but early this summer, a bad break. A car smashed into the mural, destroying pieces of the artwork first created by Terrence Vann. While it's a setback, the DAC is now rebuilding. Leah Beach, the founder of the organization, says they went right back to work.
It's really important to continue to preserve the original Black and brown community as much as we can, and so much of that is honoring the history, which is so unknown by so many people.
This new version won't look exactly like the original, but that's for a sentimental reason. Local supporter Diaz Bonville passed away during this process, and now he's being honored by being added into the artwork.
He is so well known as just a man that he didn't beat around the bush. And from day one of meeting him, he was just a huge supporter of me and of DAC.
The refurbished version of this mural is now almost complete, and that process has been made a little easier thanks to the $2,000 grant from Sussex County to help put on the finishing touches. With the mural almost done back to its original state, DAC will professionally coat the wall to ensure its longevity. Back to you.
Here's a look at your Bay forecast. We're looking for partly cloudy skies Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to see increasing clearing both in Cambridge and Crisfield. But will that go into your weekend? We'll have the answer to that.
18 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Too many people think government doesn't respect them. I try to do things differently. I brought Democrats and Republicans together to pass paid leave because helping people care for their loved ones respects families. I helped raise the minimum wage because respecting workers means paying them a decent wage. And I will always defend Social Security and Medicare because I respect those are benefits that seniors have earned. I'm Sarah McBride. I approve this message because everyone deserves a government that respects them.
Windsor Teak of Falmouth Island offers over 100 different teak tables, over 24 different extension tables featuring self-storing leaves. They come in 2 different heights, dining and counter, plus 2 different widths and 2 different shapes, oval and rectangular. Extension tables start at 66 inches long and go up to 138 inches long and can seat from 6 to 16 people. Plus over 36 different folding tables. Our drop leaf folding tables can be used with 1 or 2 leaves up. When both leaves are folded down, you can store the tables in just 7 inches of space. The drop leaf tables come in 3 different heights, dining, counter, and bar. And come in 4 different shapes, oval, round, rectangular, and square. Don't forget to check out the non-folding tables, coffee and side tables, and buffet tables. Drop by our showroom and smell the teak. Or visit our website at windsorteakfurniture.com. And remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
Preston Ford would like to express our gratitude to the individuals in our community who dedicate their life to serving, helping others, and making our world a safer and better place. We want to take a moment to thank our amazing first responders who put their lives at risk every day to keep us safe. We admire your bravery and selflessness. We appreciate your commitment and sacrifices. We believe those who go above and beyond deserve to be recognized. Thank you for all that you do.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
We're concerned about coastal flooding and very gusty winds. In fact, our tunnel and razor camera in Lewis showing you the flags telling the picture of those very steady winds. Watching out for about 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts. From 69 degrees down to 67 is what we're expecting by 7 o'clock, partly cloudy skies. We warmed to 75 degrees for the high today in Georgetown, and that's dead center on where we're supposed to be for this time of the year. Let's reflect on our September numbers. Now, for example, our hottest temperature was 86, coolest one was 46, and, we had 10 degrees above the norm. That's where we have highlighted in red. Now, as far as precipitation is concerned, dry, very dry. In fact, we only had 3 real days of any significant precipitation that actually fell. Now, as far as today is concerned, similar to the same pattern. We only had 1/100th of an inch of rain officially in Ocean City, 2/100ths of an inch of rain in Salisbury, and barely a trace, which still measures at 0 officially. Temps are in the 60s right now, 69 in Milton as well as Redden, Georgetown, Seaford, 67 in Delmar, for example. The winds are out of the northeast at about gust up between 20, even 32-mile-per-hour gusts, Indian River Inlet. So that's why we're concerned about all of this pink over here indicating the small craft advisory. But our primary concern has been the coastal flood advisory in effect for Sussex until Wednesday noon, and really for Dorchester, Somerset, and Wacomico until Wednesday 8 o'clock. And watching out for inundation all the way down towards the most southern tip of the Delmarva Peninsula with a bit of rain moving our way, but it's relatively light stuff. Now, we do still have the beach hazard statement for North Ocean City, West Ocean City, Golf Club shores in those areas, watching out for erosion that's connected to the winds that's still staying active with our small craft advisories off of the coast for 25-mile-per-hour winds. But overall, remember, we're looking for that wall of rain that's moving in our direction, but it's kind of sweeping around us, and that's the whew that we've been talking about in the forecast. As far as the possibility of any kind of inundation close to Bethany Beach, we're looking at possibly up to 8 feet waves going up towards Ocean Pines. That's all the detail we could pick up on for right now. The big deal is going to be how muggy we're about to feel. We're going to stay about muggy right here going into Friday and Saturday. And I bring that up because September, we're not supposed to be muggy. We're supposed to be cool. It's fall, remember? It's fall. But won't feel like it soon. As you see, Wednesday we start off a bit cloudy, some sunshine on Wednesday afternoon. Thursday, we go into the 70s, but we're going to have more sunshine, so it's going to feel a lot more cloudy. And if you're having a problem breathing, it's going to probably be because of the pollen. This is for you, Charlie. Guess what? You're about to start sneezing and wheezing again. That's what messes with my co-anchor. That was just a special thing between he and I, and you, because you're part of the family too. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodel Extended Forecast. We're going to clear out all that rain till we get to next Monday.
Thanks, Paul. Happening tonight, Delmarva Sports Network will air Faith, Family, and Field Hockey, the legacy of Susan Pusey. Susan was a force in Pocomoke, winning 16 state titles in field hockey over 28 years as head coach before passing away in 2015. That's at 8 p.m. on DSN.
And coming up today on DSN at 6 p.m., you can catch Queen Anne's face-off against North Dorchester in girls volleyball. Then at 8 p.m., it's Pocomoke field hockey, the legacy of Susan Pusey. On the DSN Plus app at 5:30, you can watch Milford take on Smyrna in boys soccer. And at 6:30, you can watch Sussex Central face Polytech, also in boys soccer.
And it's hard to believe, but the holiday season will be here before we know it, and that means the return of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. Through generous donations, we do our best to make sure every child has a present to open on Christmas morning, and we do that by supporting charities that handpick families in need. We're accepting funding applications from those nonprofits until October 18th. Coast TV News will be right back.
From gentle ocean breezes to small country towns, Sussex County has it all. That's why you need a real estate company that is familiar with it all. Mann & Sons offers decades of experience throughout Sussex County, whether it's helping you purchase your forever home or find the perfect vacation rental at the beach. Trust our experience. Trust Mann & Sons.
For over 30 years, the difference is clear. Mann & Sons Real Estate.
This weather's brought to you by
Mann & Sons Real Estate.
Be charmed by Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
Treasures is sure to be just that, a treasure, offering beautiful jewelry, exquisite home decor, and perfect gift ideas too.
Hey, it's 7 a.m. I gotta get my caffeine fix. Cup of joe, high octane rocket fuel, Java lava, liquid gold, and a sticky bun.
Lewis Gifts has something for everyone, from unique home decor, gourmet food, bath and body, kitchen accessories, and gift ideas galore.
Lots to do and see.
In Lewis.
We believe that a great community health system reflects the community it serves. And like Sussex County itself, we've been on an exciting journey of growth and transformation, evolving from a trusted community hospital to the region's premier healthcare provider and Sussex County's most comprehensive health system. We're proud to be on this journey together, miles ahead, but by your side the entire way, because Sussex County is our specialty.
Foul odors, discolored water. Are you running out of hot water more quickly? These are all signs of sediment buildup in your water heater. And as the buildup becomes more severe, it can even cause a premature tank failure. Flushing the tank periodically can prevent these problems. FH Fur has you covered. Get a water heater flush for $49. That's right, a complete water heater flush for only $49. Act now and get a plumbing inspection free.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Dad, I need your help. I am in over my head with this house. I've got buckling floors, doors that won't close, sick kids, and a frustrated wife. Did you call Dry Zone? No, I called the cheaper guys. You've got to call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
Heating your home will cost more this winter. A policy group expects home heating expenses in the U.S. to jump more than 10% on average. That's due in part to colder temperatures expected for the Northeast and Midwest, and people who heat with electricity will be hit the hardest, with their costs projected to rise more than 13%. The price tag for heating with propane or natural gas will go up more than 7%.
With 5 weeks until Election Day, voting is already underway across parts of the United States, but pre-election voting this year will drop from the pandemic-era high of 2020. As of today, more than 500,000 votes have already been seen cast in 27 states. It's a tiny fraction of the roughly 158 million pre-election votes cast for president in 2020. In Delaware, early voting starts October 25th, and for Maryland, it's the day before, October 24th.
Jimmy Carter has accomplished something no other former U.S. president has. He reached a 100th birthday. This morning, a display was installed on the north lawn of the White House. The proud Democrat has told relatives he wants to hang on until October 15th, when early voting begins in Georgia, so he can cast his ballot in the 2024 presidential election. We'll be right back.
This week at Johnny Janosic. Buy more, save more with up to an extra $1,000 off our everyday low prices or up to 60-month special financing. It's all going on now, only at Johnny Janosic World of Furniture and Mattresses.
At Precision Exteriors, caring is our cause and community is a big part of everything we do.
Habitat's partnership with Precision Exteriors has been incredible. They come out, they get everything done quickly, efficiently, and they leave no nail left behind when they're cleaning up and they're done.
Choose Precision Exteriors for your next home improvement project. Roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. We use quality materials with excellent craftsmanship. And we work with insurance companies advocating for you. Remember, measure twice, cut once, and always do it with precision. Precision Exteriors.
Welcome to the brand new Bath by Spicer Brothers showroom. Experience the future of bathroom remodeling. Bath by Spicer Brothers is Delmarva's exclusive BCI Elite dealer, offering more selections, styles, and colors, including options like the laser etched tile pattern system. Made in the USA, built for beauty and performance, our baths are durable, mold resistant, and guaranteed for life.
With no money down, no interest, and no payments until 2026, you have no reason to wait.
Call Bath by Spicer Brothers today, because you deserve the best.
The Corolla legacy is earned, rooted in affordable reliability. With convenience and unexpected comfort. Lease a Corolla Cross LE for $319 a month or buy a Corolla sedan with low 5.49 APR.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's a prosecutor's job to help keep families safe, and as state's attorney, I did so without apology, because I believe anyone who commits a heinous crime or anyone who harms a child must be held accountable. I worked with law enforcement and cut violent crime by 50%, and as county executive made investments to recruit and train more officers. I'm Angela Also Brooks, and I'm running for Senate because I never back down from tough jobs. That's why I approve this message.
This week at Johnny Janosic. Buy more, save more with up to an extra $1,000 off our everyday low prices or up to 60-month special financing. It's all going on now, only at Johnny Janosic World of Furniture and Mattresses.
Our Kendall's Casual Furniture showing you in Laurel. We're very cloudy. We'll slip into the mid-60s by late tonight with clearing skies. We have a coastal flood advisory that's active for us, as well as some small craft advisories, so watch out for very gusty winds and the possibility of a little flooding. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandales, Brockstead, and Federico. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast.
All right, well, thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.